Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do a face. We're going to just draw a basic face for you guys. A lot of you request this for me a lot. I'm going to try to zoom in the best that I can, and I'm going to do it a couple ways so you can watch it and decide what way is best for you, or try all three ways. Now, let me just say that there's a lot of us out there who draw faces. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it. This is my way. A lot of people have learned from me and went on to drawing faces. But like I always say, you learn from who you learn from. And if it doesn't work from you don't learn from me, by all means, search how to draw a face, and maybe you will find someone out there who will teach you. I don't like people giving up, and I don't like people getting, oh, what word do I want to say? Discouraged, because maybe what I'm teaching isn't registering to you. For all of you guys who do know me and follow me on my YouTube, you guys know that I have fibro and RA, and between that and medications, I'm not always with it. So I try to do this for people like me who might have a little brain fog. So let's begin. I'm just using, I don't know, this might be watercolor, but it doesn't matter. I always tell you guys, the best thing that you can do is, go buy some printer paper very inexpensively if you need to buy paper, and practice with that. You can use it, for all types of media. If you want to do a very, very heavy mixed media page or whatnot, you can glue two pieces together. It's very inexpensive to get, but nowadays at AC Moore, Michaels, and all them, you can find, mixed media pads and that for like $5, and use a coupon, and get it for even less. So whatever you have at home. I even say sometimes, brown bags that you get at the grocery store, they're just as good to use. Now, all I'm going to use is a piece of cardboard. I'm not going to use a ruler or anything like that. I'm going to try to keep it as simple as I can. And here we go. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is I need to find I love mechanical pencils. Let me grab one of my mechanical pencils. Excuse me if you can see anything inappropriate. Okay. Because I was bending over, you see, and I thought, all right, never mind. Okay. Even though they're down at my knees, you'd have to look clean down. That's a whole other video. Okay, so I have my paper and I have my cardboard. Now, when you do this, to get into all the details of the closer you put the nose and the mouth and the eyes, makes the face younger and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to get into that too much right now. We're just going to go for basic eyes, nose, and mouth. So I'm going to draw. I'm just using this and I'm hoping that I'm straight for you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to draw very lightly. I use mechanical pencils, use whatever you have. And I'm going to put it straight across. Well, she's going to try to put it straight across. All right, then I'm going to go down about 1.5 inches, and really just judge when you're doing this, because most importantly, you want to just get the idea of what you're drawing. So I'm just going to move down a little bit. I'm not going to, just going to draw a line here. Now, something that could be very helpful to you is drawing this in half, a line down. So I'm just going to judge, and I'm going to kind of say, all right, that's going to be my half. We're just learning. My hands are not working today. You could tell because when I'm using a piece of cardboard to trace and they're not working, oh, it's been a fun few days. All right, let's just do this, Cal. Okay, there you go. See, very simple. You don't have to worry, that kind of thing. And then next, we're going to go about 1/2 inch down for the mouth. So just move like 1/2 inch down. You see, nothing major. Just put your line going across. And that is the base of our face. Should I rhyme? Should I sing and rhyme? No, okay. All right, so you can see it's kind of where we're going. So now you want to, I've been wanting to go up backwards. There is no really rule. Some people start with the eyes, some people do around the face. I like to do the mouth and the nose because I notice the way that information is translating in my head sometimes. Lately, I don't know what's going on, but I'm a bit off sometimes, right? So do this anyway. I'm going to do it my way first, and then I will, we'll do something different, and I'll, you can go down nose, mouth. Eyes, nose, mouth. Yeah. Okay, Cal. All right. So here we're going to go. We're going to go with the mouth. So the first thing I tell you guys to do is, and I hope I'm zoomed in enough. I don't want to, I know you guys always, because you guys, it's hard to see. I get it. Okay. So I'm going to make a circle, and I'm not going to use a template or anything, which you definitely can, but I'm not. I'm just going to do a circle here, and you want it basically on the line, and I'm going to do a circle here, and you want them generally the same. You know, if they're not, don't worry about it. You can see one's down a little bit. This is just the basic. Now I'm going to make an oval just like this. Very, very easy, no big deal. So you put your 2 circles and your long oval. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to erase it lightly. Now this in here will be, you see right here, that's kind of going to be that inside of that lip. I go up over here, follow it, and I take it out like this. And then I take it and connect it down there. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to go with the flow of the circle, take it down there, and then, and look at that. Can you see how it's becoming lips? And you can erase these little light parts out here. You always want to try to draw as light as you can. Now, mechanical pencils, sometimes, you know, they leave marks on the paper, but really, when you're practicing, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then I'm going to follow my line in there again. And then kind of darken it a little bit so I can see. And you erase it, you know, the best that you can. But there you have lips. Nothing major, right? So you can do these as big or as little as you want. The more you practice, you're going to see, you're going to be funkifying it. You're going to make them bigger and juicier and thinner and all kinds of stuff. So that's just stage 1. That's the lips. Let's go to the nose. So on the nose, I like to, there's so many different ways. How do I want to do this? All right. I'm going to do a circle right in the middle. So you see right here where that meets right there? I'm just going to do a circle there, right? As light as you can. I'm doing it a little darker because obviously for the camera to pick up. And then I'm going to do smaller here and a smaller here. And see how we have that? Now let's go in and I am not somebody who always puts the ball of the nose in. If you want, you could see how this could just be a nose right here. You'll just go back in, and this is like the side of your nose, and then you can kind of make that your ball of your nose. So that's one thing. I don't usually do that. Sometimes I do, but not really as a rule. I think it just adds something extra to do when you're just learning. But by all means, if you dig that, do it. But you see, we just have our little nose here. Nothing fancy. Again, once you do these a few times and you get the hang of it, you could change it whatever way you want. Sometimes I do just outside. Oh, there's a million there that you could do. Okay. So I'm gonna, okay, so we have our nose. Nothing major, right? 3 circles, and here we have 2 circles and an oval. Very, very simple. Now I look up for my eyes. Now, what I find myself doing lately, and it's just because, like I said, the way my brain's processing lately, sometimes when I'm drawing and I start with the eyes, I notice that like the distance between the eyes and the nose for me is a little off. Sometimes they're too close. Sometimes they're, you know, that kind of thing. But I do, you know, like I said, I do it all over the place. All right. So I'm going to do eyes. So here's here. So what I'm going to do to make it easy for you guys is try to put your ruler or whatever you're using right there, right underneath where you drew that line, and try to mark yourself 2 places where we're going to draw the eyes and the eyelids to go. So you're kind of on point. I love doing odd girls. It's one of the things I love to do. I'll be doing a video on that as well coming up because a lot of you love the odd girls because like I always say, you don't have to measure. You don't have to really do anything. It's just going for it and creating. And ultimately, that's what I want you all to do. But here we go. So I'm going to mark over here. Let's see. I'm going to mark that mark. Okay. Can you see I put it right there. And what that's going to do is I'm going to put it up right there. And I'm going to mark here. And I'm going to mark there. Okay. So I'm going to move over here. And I am only doing this to know the width of how much I want to draw the eye. And let's do that here. Okay, and you see, again, don't worry about perfecto, just kind of do it. So, anybody ever see the Shia LaBeouf videos? Just do it. Oh my God, it makes me pee my pants. Anyway, okay. I think he's so cute, but I think he's a little wacko. All right, so you see, we got our lines. Now, I'm turning it this way right now, only because of me drawing. Well, let me try to do it so you guys can see spot on. Okay, so right now, I'm going to put my eyelids in. So I'm going to take it from here. And remember, this line, you want that to get your corners. So start where your line is and just take it over there. Don't worry about how far up, and do the same thing over here, 1 to 1. Okay, now I can look in there and I can see this one's not as full as that one, but honestly, to learn right off the bat, it doesn't matter. You will play and do all that. That's why erasers are made. I erase all the time. If somebody tells you that they can do this and not erase at any point of making anything, mixed media or whatever, good for them. That's all I'll say. All right, so then I'm going to take the bottom and start where that line is, and I'm going to take it to there. And I'm making them smaller, but I'm going to take it here. Okay, so now we have our eyes. Now I can definitely see this one isn't as big as this one, and I'm going to go in because this is OCD for me. I don't know why, but it is. And I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to have to take a breath and move on. Okay. And you can see how I went up a little bit on that one. I'm going to do the same here. But you do whatever you want. Okay. All right, so you can see our eyes. So now I'm going to erase that middle line that we drew. Okay, and now I want to add an eyeball. So I just go in. Now I do use my circle template. Oh Lord, have mercy! It's around here somewhere. If you've been following me, you know what my circle template is. I've even given some away. What did I do with it? I was just using it the other day, and I thought I'll put it here so I don't lose it. But obviously, maybe I took it upstairs. I could have taken it upstairs. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and make a circle very light with my pencil. Very simple. I'm not taking it all the way up. I'm going to kind of keep it like halfway where that line was, right? So let's say if the line's here, then I'm going to keep it basically like that. Very simple. Now, he or she is very scared. They're like, whoa, what the heck was that? Was that rain or snow or ice? I don't know. I'm surprised. Happy birthday. I don't know what he's thinking. But now what you're going to do is you're going to take from this corner, right? And you're going to take it over and just have it go over that eyeball that you drew. Like that. And do it over here too. Corner to corner. And you can go underneath the eyeball a little bit if you want to cut the eyeball off a little bit. But see how that makes a difference? Now let's go in and erase our lines. I'm sorry if my stuff's shaking. All right. And then you can go back in and, play with the eye. If you accidentally erase a little bit of the eyeball, no big deal. All right. So now we have our eyes, and now you want the pupils. So the pupils are always in the middle, and you can make her have like a sleepy, dopey look. I call it, not disrespectful. It's just the way it is. Where you could put in the pupil. I'm going to start the pupil right there. Where you could put the pupil in. So if we do a pupil, let me show you both. And the pupil's always in the middle. Okay, so you see we got one pupil there, completely fine. Or you can do one over here. And what I like to do sometimes is still stay in the middle. I'll bring it up a little bit and then kind of lightly make it a little darker. But it won't be the full pupil. And you see, it makes it look a little more closed, a little more sleepy, dreamy, whatever. So you can pick either way that you want to do it. All right. So now I'm going to erase my lines. so they look somewhat the same. Go to the dollar store. If you can't, if you don't have erasers and you want it, because you're going to erase a lot. I mean, no matter what you do sometimes, just drawing. I always like just to go get, I have my favorite erasers, which are not dollar store erasers, but I have dollar store erasers as well that work completely fine. So it's all on what you like. All right, let me go back in. I'm just going to put that over. Going to do my pupil in the middle because we'll just keep it very easy. No big deal. Okay. And you can go and play, if you want this a little bit more wider or whatever. Okay. Now you just want to do the face around. So the chin's usually like around here. So you don't want it to go too far down. So do a mark like here. Do a mark here. Just like kind of a little bit past where the eye ends, and then the face up here. And you kind of want to connect them in a way. And you just lightly sketch it. And I'll show you in a second. You see how this is wider than over here? It's a lot wider. So that's when you look. I find it sometimes when I'm drawing, it depends on if I'm doing an art journal page or what I'm doing. I'll take a picture with my phone or whatever so I can see better of where, how it's looking. Because like I said, I could see right away that that was going to be a little bit too, this is the worst mechanical pencil ever. But that was going to be too wide. There we go. All right, we're just going to leave it like that. That could be a cheekbone, no big deal. Now, you can see we put that up there, the head, which is going to be hair. But right now, let's put some eyebrows. So I just kind of go in, and they could be whatever kind of eyebrows you want. Very simple. Very simple. And then we'll pick, you could do eyelashes, you could just kind of flick in some eyelashes if you want. Very simple, do on the bottom, no big deal. Now we want to see about hair. Well, I like to erase this. I actually erase the whole thing when I go to draw, or if I'm going to paint this, but right now I'm just going to draw for you. Okay, so we have her face, we have that. Now the neck can be any kind you want. If you want it to be a little kooky, or you want it to be, just a normal neck kind of thing. Kind of go from like where the, kind of like that. Kind of like in the middle of the eye, I do it. Sometimes I make them thinner. Sometimes it depends on what you like. No big deal. Then I usually do side hair or whatever. But what I'll do is I'll start up here. And I'm just going to kind of drag, draw and go around like this. And bring it around like that. And then the same. And then make this the outside. See how she comes to life? And that's just a basic hair. Now, the face is a little longer than sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll do it thinner. Sometimes I'll do it shorter. It doesn't matter. This is completely fine. Perfect. I'll probably use this in something. If you want to put in the bridges of the nose and all that kind of stuff, just remember, I mean, look in the mirror and you can see where your eyebrows are, like that bridge of the nose. You can do on both sides if you want, and bring that in and do the bridge of your nose. Now, I believe, I'm thinking measurement wise, let me have a second to think. I believe that when it's in, I think it kind of goes like this. It's in closer, actually. So it kind of hits in where that line is. That's where it hits in. Yeah, I could do this one here. Yeah. And you could put those lines in and look how it comes to life. Very, very, cool. So you can definitely draw this and you can start out and practice. Like I said, for me being disabled and my hands and all hurting, this works well for me. It very, very simple to, I'm not gonna say simple that if you can't do it, you know, whatever, but, it's just very basic, I guess, is more of, you know, what I'm trying to say. I didn't do the eyes too big. You can though. You can definitely do big eyes. You can do, sometimes I'll do the eyes like this, where I'll just do the lines and then I'll do the eyelids. Because some people's eyes aren't almond shaped. They're, you know, just, you want to measure them out the same, but you definitely can, and I close that off, and you definitely can make these as the eyes, you know, and you just kind of do that and you make them the eyes, and then you do your nose and then your lips, and, you know, you have a different kind of eye look. So just, you know, play along with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Learn, you know, learn the basic, and then you guys can go to town. It's really broken down. It's really, really easy and fun to do. And like, I love seeing what you guys do, because everybody, when they draw, they just have their own, you can see their style to it, and what they do. Very good. I hope this helped you guys. I'd love to see what you guys do. I'd love to see when you guys do it. And I thank you. And for everybody who has been with me for a very long time, I know I do these quite often because I get requested quite a bit to do them. So I'm sorry if you guys sat through and listened and watched this, but I love you all. And give me a thumbs up if you like, you know, you like seeing the demos of all these things. I know there's so many new art journalers and mixed media artists out there. And I know a lot of you do not draw faces, or you don't like to, or you've tried and you've not liked it. So I hope that this helps you guys. Again, just do it. And the more, if you save this and write down today's date, 11/28, I think is the date. I don't know what the date is today. 29th, I think. And then go and you do this every day, draw a face. Take a tablet, take whatever you have, draw a face. And then on 12/29, which is my birthday, December 29th, my birthday, look and see where you are then, and then look back at this, and you will see such a difference. You'll see uh, how much you have evolved, and that's important, because we all start somewhere, and we just grow and grow and grow. So as always, be kind to each other. You never know about how somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.